What is up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Eric and we are Ryden Dirty. In today's episode, I want to talk about things you should know before cutting your handlebars. I made a huge mistake when I cut my handlebars. I learned a valuable lesson and now I'm going to explain to you what that lesson was. Let's dive in. People cut their handlebars all the time. They cut them to the length that suits them best. This is not an uncommon thing in mountain biking. Everybody has their certain length of handlebars they like to use, and that's what people do. Some people cut them, some people don't. Me personally, I like to cut my handlebars to the length that I like. And the one thing that I never thought about was, what length should I cut them based on my handle grips?
Duh.
That's right. I never ever thought of that. And because I didn't do that, and I didn't think about what length my grips were when switching to new grips, I cut my bars too short.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
So let me show you exactly what happened. So right here before me, I have 3 sets of bars. They're very similar in lengths, but the one thing that they're all very similar besides the lengths is where the grips sit. So if you can see right here, if I touch the grips together on all these bars, they're all pretty much gonna line up together except for the ones in the back slightly off. In general, you just wouldn't notice too much. I mean, you may notice, may not notice, I don't know, but I wouldn't notice. But the one thing I didn't realize in this valuable lesson is that if you look right here, so right here, you can see that all the grips are pretty much all lined up in the same spot. Well, the major difference is right here on this side. The 2 DMR death grips are on the same length right here at the end compared to the Tag Metals grip, which goes out, I don't know, about a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. But if you look at them, they all have the same ring around the same spot. But right here, this one's about a finger width longer. So the one thing that I did not pay attention to was the actual grip length, okay? Because these bars feel good. These bars feel good, and these bars also feel good. They all feel like the grips are in the same exact spot on all 3 of these, okay? The one thing I didn't realize was the length of the grips. So when I bought my first set of bars, I cut these to 760 millimeters, my deity bars. And I rode these things for about a year. They're good, but I decided to move on to another company. That's when I signed up with Tag Metals, and they're a sponsor of this channel. And so I decided to switch to their handlebars, and I really liked them. Cut my bars to 760 millimeters, and I thought I was good to go. And then all of a sudden when I put my bars on, I realized that they were way, way, way more narrow than how the deities feel. Well, the main reason because of that was the grips. The Tag Metals grips are longer grips. I actually like the longer grips, but I didn't pay attention when I was cutting my handlebars. So the crazy thing is that this right here is the same as this right here. But these bars are 760 millimeters. These bars are 800 millimeters. Well, I originally cut my first Tag Metals bars to 760 millimeters and realized they were way too narrow. So what I had to do was get another set of bars and not cut them so they would be the same width from the end of the grips right here. So here's what ended up happening. Both these bars are to the same length for the most part. They're slightly off, not much, but these are pretty much the same length bars right here. And then here's the 800 millimeter bars, which were a lot longer, but you don't notice it so much like this. This is how you actually notice it. These are the DMR death grips on here. So they're on at 760 millimeters right here. But then if you take the Tag Metals grips and put them on the other 760 millimeter bars that I cut down, you'll notice something huge that shouldn't be. So now, look how far in these grips are. And I ride right here on the little donuts really, really hard when I'm riding. So as you can see, there's a huge difference right here. How much of a difference from here to here is, which makes a lot. I mean, if you're cutting an end off the bar. So this was the bars that were on there before, and then when I cut these bars, this is how much it changed where the grips sit. And you can see across the whole entire bar, it makes a huge difference. It wasn't a big deal though, because I planned on putting Tag Metal bars onto my dirt jumper, and I like those more narrow anyway, so it wasn't a waste. But don't get me wrong, I was pretty bummed out when I realized that I cut my bars to the wrong length. and they were super narrow. And I went out there on a trail and I felt like I had no control of my bike. So right away, you know, I already knew that I liked these bars and I was gonna get another set. So I already had another set on its way. So that's what I did. So the lesson for today is this. Always remember to also measure your grips along with your handlebars when you're gonna cut them. Because once you cut them, you can't uncut them, and that's it. So don't do what I did. Make sure you pay attention to everything, and then you'll be good to go. If you like what we do on the channel, hit that like button. If you wanna see what we're up to next, hit that subscribe button. And remember, start small and go huge. Thanks for watching.